Hello, guys. My name is Sterling Olubumi, and you are watching Sterling Lomo Media. Thanks to everyone that has subscribed to this channel. Please, if you have not subscribed, kindly subscribe to this channel so that you can get to meet with me and enjoy some of my messages. Now, to everyone that has subscribed, thank you, thank you. I love you guys for your comments, for your likes, for sharing. Thank you, and God bless you. Today, I want to talk about a story that is going viral on the internet. That's the story of the man that beat his wife to death because of a loaf of bread. Hmm. Please and please, parents, I keep saying this. When you are raising children, please prepare them for mental challenges. Prepare them for life challenges. Prepare them. Don't just raise children so that they can grow up, so that they go to school, so that they have certificates, so that they will have and become great people in the society. Yes, those ones are good. They are nice things to do. They are so beautiful, to have children that are, educationally sound, children that are, genius, children that are good in their professions or in their course of study, children that are not, that are intelligent, it's good. But sometimes we forget to raise children. We forget to prepare them for mental challenges or we forget to for challenges of life. We forget to raise them that life it's a hard place to be. Now, having read the story, I saw that okay, the woman asked the man for money for bread. The question you need to ask yourself is what is in a loaf of bread? But you see something about poverty. Poverty can make somebody kill another person because of a loaf, or because of a sachet of water, or a spoon of rice. I am not here to talk about poverty, but you see, if you read that story, you will see that poverty was the major cause. Perhaps the man was frustrated, but there are analysis I want to do based on that. I don't just bring a topic here, but I want us to analyze it and then learn lessons from the story, because now I pity the poor children that they both had together, because now the husband has beaten the wife to death and the law must take its course. They wouldn't say because it was his wife, then they should free him. He will definitely go to jail for killing somebody. That was a murder case. So he's going to face the music. And now, who takes care of the poor children? And this is why parents must, I'm going to start from the parents, because sometimes we forget to, there are certain aspects of life that we forget to tell our children, while raising them. We have to raise mentally independent children. You have to raise children that will be able to face hard times so that when things are tough, they go tougher. We have to raise our children to the extent that even without us, they should be able to cope. A lot of parents do not give the children the liberty, the independence to face the hardness and toughness of life. And that's when they eventually get married, they get pissed with every little thing. They are frustrated with a little challenge. They are tired of the marriage because of little irritation. They are thinking of suicide. They are thinking of money ritual. They are thinking of something deadly, because as parents, we have not raised them for the task ahead. A lot of parents want to make sure that they are the one that helps the child through. in life. Yes, it is good that we don't want the children to go through what we also went through one way or the other. But look, with or without you, your children should be able to cope with life, because you cannot just be there for them all the time and always. There are certain times that you cannot just be there, and that's the truth. Because even if death doesn't take you, something can make you not be there for them. Something can make it impossible for you to be there for your children all the time. So when you are not there for them, how do they survive? How do they cope? How can a man who is married, hmm, be fighting his wife, fighting or beating his wife because of a loaf of bread? What kind of frustration? What kind of anger? What kind of poverty? What kind of insanity will make you as a man beat your wife to death? I don't want to go to the African spiritual belief or whatever of all these people are saying. Maybe it's not ordinary, it is spiritual. Let me tell you something. This can be ordinary. This is just an emotional issue. This is just because somebody pushed somebody to the wall. Maybe perhaps, I'm just saying, I wasn't there. But from what we read, now trying to analyze it, it could be that, okay, the woman was insultive. I am not saying that it was nice of her. It would have even been avoided. This death would have been avoided if, when she asked the man for money for bread and the man couldn't afford, and she went to get it for the children, according to the story. I wasn't there, you weren't there. But according to what we read and heard, the story went like, okay, she already asked the man for money and the man said he didn't have money, and she got out to go get the bread for the children, and then the man ate the bread, and then she challenged the man that, why would you eat the bread that I got for the children? Because I asked you for money for the bread, you couldn't provide, and I went to get it for the children, and you ended up eating the bread. And the man was like, why would you challenge me for eating the bread? You see, hungry yeye man. He ate the bread, and perhaps maybe the woman called him names. I wasn't there. I'm just saying, and I'm a woman. I know what a frustrated woman. If you read their story, you will see a glaring picture of poverty and frustration. It was a mixture of poverty, and all I saw was frustrated persons. The woman was frustrated because the man couldn't provide, and the man was frustrated because perhaps he didn't have anywhere to get it, and he still wanted to just act like the man. Now, if you are a man and your strength isn't in how to provide for your family, your strength is in beating your woman, boxing your woman, please, you need to go back. Excuse me, you need to go back and learn how to cope with a woman. I tell people, women can be saucy, women can be rude, women can be nasty, women can. I am not saying it is good to be nasty as a woman. I am not saying it is good to be rude. I am not saying it is good to be. See, this is what I tell parents. If you tell your daughters that they have to behave well, yes, you also need to remember to also tell your sons that they have to be tolerant. As a matter of fact, if marriage is going to work, it is the man who will learn to tolerate more, because women, we have a way of stepping on the toes of the men. Even we don't know how to control this. It's not like we really like it, but our mouth no go gree us. We can talk, we can abuse, we can even make you get frustrated and tired of life. I don't know how that came about. Women, we have a way of saying it that the man will want to go and commit suicide, especially when he doesn't have and we are expecting so much from him. This is a very bad thing to do. If you are that kind of woman, this is what ends that kind of relationship. And a lot of women are married to men and they are not seeing the man as their own child. They are not seeing the man as their own responsibility. Hello, auntie, sister, if you want to be married, can you please accept that man? as your own first child. That is the first way to make the marriage work. You must see the man as your own, as your first baby, because as a matter of fact, before you even saw any of the children, it was him you saw first. It was him you were taking care of first. It was him you were caring for. When you cook, it was him you will serve first, both of you. It was just the two of you. So how come that you now shifted all the love that you have, hmm, that you had for him, to the children, and then this man is now feeling so unloved? If you read that story according to what we read, it was just that somebody felt hated, somebody felt not being catered for, somebody felt sidelined, and he just wanted to show that, okay, please, so I belong. But you see, when a man doesn't have, please, women, I want to implore us, when your man doesn't have, that is the time you have to begin to shore. That is the time you have to be mindful of what you say, what you do, your body languages. Some women, they have a way of frustrating their man even without saying a word. Mm. They are so gifted that they will say so much, but they won't utter a word. They won't open their mouth, but they will say so much. They will act so much. They will do so much that the man will be like, okay, it's better I just hand it off. So please, if you are that type of woman, when a man is broke, he is quite frustrated. When a man is broke, is a beast. When a man is broke, is a monster. Within him, he's not feeling cool. So when a man is broke, you have to maybe excuse yourself. If you know that you cannot cope, maybe you just have to excuse yourself, and you cannot provide, you cannot help him, you cannot assist him. And I see a lot of women see assisting their husband as big deal, because they just feel that once the man is comfortable, he will start running after other girls. So they don't want to help him. They don't want to assist him. If he's broke, they will say, now you know, now you sabi, now you know where you take broke. Oh. Please, if you are that kind of woman, you will not see the good part of that man. If a man is broke, he doesn't have your time. If a man is broke, he cannot even love you genuinely. A lot of men are just trying, maybe because of the way they were raised. That's why you see them when they are broke, they still try to, you see, most of them, they change when they are broke. Then you start wondering, what is the problem? So it is you now who should be able to understand that this man is not in a good mood, because there is no man that will have money and not have money again and be in a good mood, except you no get sense. It's not good that a man once had, he doesn't have. Even if he doesn't, if he has never had, men don't enjoy, you know, not having enough to cater for you. It's only you. You are just the one. I mean, giving them issues that they are not dropping things. Do you think they are happy that they are not dropping? There is no man that would not want to, I mean, boost his ego by dropping things for his family, by dropping money for his wife. Every man wants to, feel like I'm there and I'm there for you. Every man wants to feel like a king. So you are just looking at him that, okay, maybe he's comfortable not dropping money. No, there is no man that is comfortable not dropping money for his family, not catering for his family, not acting as a good husband or a good father. There is no man that is comfortable not paying the school fees of his children. There is no man that is comfortable not, taking care of his wife. There is no man that is comfortable not contributing money into the family of his in-laws. There's no man that is comfortable not buying clothes for his children. There's no man that is comfortable not being able to pay the house rent. They do strong head, they act like say everything, all is well. All is not well within them. So you don't need to remind them. That's what a lot of women do. We try to remind the men their weaknesses. We try to remind them that all the things that your mates are doing, which one are you doing? You are not doing anyone. And by the time you keep doing that, the man gets frustrated. And by the time you want to see that, by the time you discover that a man is already frustrated, you need to excuse yourself so that you can stay alive. If you know that your mouth is so sharp that you will not be able to stop calling him names, and you will not be able to stop reminding him that he's so poor at the moment that he cannot even take care of his family, please, can you just go to your father's house for some time so that when he gets his bearing, you will come back? Because if you keep talking to him like the way you talk to him, this is what is going to be keep happening. And the economy is so hard all over the world now that women, we really need to calm down with these men. And the problem we have is because we just want to be like somebody. Oh. The problem we have is because we want to continue to compare ourselves and our marriages with that of the ones we see on social media and the ones we see on the streets. That is actually the problem we have. But the day we stop to want to start being like somebody, that is the day we will know peace. So if your husband is broke and you have the capacity or the ability or the strength to feed him for that period of time, to clothe him, to even give him money to start all over again, why not? Even if he now bounces back and he doesn't remember you, I mean, God will reward you. God will reward you. So don't be that kind of woman that all you just need to know how to do is just to talk the man down when he's broke, to the extent that he will now beat you because of a loaf of bread and send you to untimely grave. Hmm? I pray that God will comfort the family of the woman. Huh? And I know that the man with justice will take its course. He's going to be jailed, but I just pity the poor and innocent children that they both had together. You know, these children already they didn't even enjoy because poverty is what made their father to kill their mother, to beat their mother to death. So both of them were alive. They couldn't cater for the children. So what becomes of them now that because the man is almost like not being alive if he's jailed for like maybe 100 years or 50 years of life imprisonment. I don't know how many years he could be jailed for. But the truth is, please and please and please, let's be calm, let's take it easy, let's just be calm with ourselves. You know, when your man is broke, it's just a face. If you have a way to just cover his shame or just to so that he will not be so frustrated that he will start to, you know, um, I mean, acts like a monster. There are ways we can just calm our men down. These are one of the things that we young ladies of nowadays do not know because so many motivational speakers or marriage counselors all over the places they are so-called role models, you know, telling them things that are not practicable. You know, they are not telling them the reality. But personally, I will tell you the reality. As you are going into marriage, you could marry a millionaire, and after 2 years, you guys can get broke. How do you keep calm? How do you make this man calm down? It's not easy for somebody to have money and not have money again. So how do you now speak to him? Will you still call him my king even when he doesn't have? Will you still respect him? Will you still honor him? Will you still adore him the way you used to adore him when he was in millions? And this is where the problem lies. You know, a lot of children of nowadays, women of nowadays, it's only sweet time they know. That's the only time they celebrate their husband. That's why you'll be hearing my crown, my head, my leads, my tongue, my kidney, my this, my that. Once the man is broke, you withdraw all those sweet names. And then the man sees himself as being inadequate and wahala will start. And so you men, before you go into marriage, if you know that you cannot tolerate women, you cannot tolerate our mouth, our sharp mouth. You cannot tolerate our body language that can be so hurting. If you cannot tolerate it, then you are not ready for marriage. It's not about age. You can be 45 and not still ready for marriage because you don't have the mental readiness. The mental maturity is not there. So you need mental maturity. Before you get into marriage, you need to be mental. It's not about your age. You need to be mentally, emotionally, psychologically, financially ready and stable to be able to keep a woman in your house. Otherwise, you go kill somebody or make somebody kill you. I pray that all this killing in marriage will stop by God's grace. But it's not a matter of prayer, it's a practical thing. It's just about understanding ourselves before you get into the marriage. Marriage is a serious work, it's a serious business. Marriage needs dedication. Marriage needs tolerance. Marriage needs to overlook. You need to be mature. You need to, it's coming together of two different people from different backgrounds. Look at even brothers and sisters, siblings, they fight, they grew up together. They have the same parents, I mean, they grew up in the same environment. They had the same. They ate the same food. They lived in same house. They grew up in the same. I mean, with the same system, parental system. They still have misunderstandings because of of individualism, because there are individual differences. Do you understand that? So now think of somebody who didn't have the same background with you, who didn't have the same upbringing with you, who didn't have the same exposure with you, who didn't have the same values or cultural values or moral belief with you, or perhaps even religious beliefs. And then you guys are coming together as husband and wife. What do you expect? You get to tolerate each other and begin to, understand each other with time. As time goes on, then you know each other's do's and don'ts. Okay, this is what I would do that will get him angry. This is what she would do. I mean, if you don't give time for that, and you want to assume that he knows it all, she knows it all, she should know, he should know that I wouldn't like that. She should know I wouldn't like that. No, 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 no. There's nothing about knowing that you wouldn't like that. So what is important is you guys need to understand yourselves, because you are from different background, different upbringing, different settings, different everything. So your coming together now needs a kind of proper time. You need time. You need time to understand each other, and you need patience with each other. If somebody get sharp mouth, the other person go dey calm. No be say the two of una go just dey talk 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 till somebody go just beat somebody to death. If somebody is temperamental, the other person has to be calm, and that's the way it goes. That's the way it goes. So please and please, we just pray that this kind of thing will stop to happen, because it's not a good news. But if you are in that kind of situation, you are going through an abusive relationship, I would just advise you that you should walk away. Either as a man or as a woman, walking away is better than walking into the grave. Walk away, give yourself a break. I mean, you can separate. Separation does not mean divorce. You can separate for some time, so that when things get back to normal, you guys can, if you guys still feel that you can still cope, as husband and wife, then you can come together, instead of just pushing yourself into untimely grave. So if you have not subscribed, please subscribe. I love you guys. God bless you, and bye for now.